welcome back. Today we are doing the physical DPS. At least the melee one. As you see, I'm using a Viper. But yeah, the raids dropped a few days ago. Well, the raid has. And I've decided what I'm going to do is I am going to get the job quest lines done first, and then I'm going to go and do the raids. So I got, after the other next two episodes, which should be the range physical one and the quest that you get for doing all the quests, will be when I do the raids. That won't be for a while yet. I mean, this took me, I think this one took the quickest. The thing in that only comparison is to the tank. Only 4 or 5 days it took me to get to level 100. Oh, we're going to Kogane. Hello there. I take it you've spoken with Bokuvu, willing to lend a hand. I am truly grateful. Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Sashiopia, and I have traveled far from my village in the forest of Dawntrail in search of a brave soul to help us retrieve our stolen treasure. For generations have my people watched over the dream weave cocoon, a vessel in which the power of the swallowtail Torel Verdrel is sealed. Before its ascension, the swallowtail warded off would-be predators by assuming the form of more threatening butterflies, poisonous ones, and the like, through its skill at mimicry. So it survived day after day, summer after summer, until the dawn of its great new existence. It became capable of taking on the form of any creature which crossed its path. This fearsome power was sealed within the cocoon, and any who possesses it commands the self-same ability. Indeed, the wielder too may assume the form of any manner of beast or man they behold. Yet this mimicry is not limited to merely physical forms. No, the wielder may replicate the talents and abilities of their target, so long as such actions fall within their kin, that is. In an instant, they may become a master of the hunt, a twin-blade-wielding viper, or savage barracks with claws and fangs to get hold, soever they please. It is this power which we protect my village from the predators of the forest, for there is grants many boons. The forest contains threats in equal measure. By donning the skins of this most formidable beast, we've kept ourselves safe for generations. Without the cocoon, my village's very survival is at risk. That is why we have sent our foremost hunter, Etuka, to ensure it is reclaimed. She has never failed to capture her quarry, so I thought she would make short work of this ordeal. Yet there has been no word from her. I fear this may be a hunt she cannot undertake alone. It is that reason I wish to enlist the aid of one familiar with the lay of the land beyond the Great Sea, and one whose prowess in close quarters would complement her expertise with the bow. One of the villagers ran into the thief before he fled and said he intended to use the cocoon's power of Kogane, which I understand is the name of a large summit located far, far to the east. Please, for the sake of my home, set out for this eastern habitation and assist Akator with retrieving the cocoon. Actually, from your standpoint, it's actually close to the west, rather than very far to the east. Your willing to aid is most reassuring. You have my heartfelt thanks. Upon arriving in the eastern land, search for a Vera woman carrying a bow and dressed in similar attire to myself. If you visit a tavern like this one, I dare say you may find someone who has seen her. Yeah, the only reason why I even decided to, like, oh, I'll just stick with Viper. So as it loads. Yeah, this glam. The only reason. Which, except for the pants and the weapon, is from the first dungeon. I don't have the headpiece equipped because I didn't like the half mask myself, since I couldn't dye it. And I don't have a suitable replacement in my glams. I guess while I'm here, I could see if there's anything I could get with my seals. No, I have 45. Welcome to Ulstray. How may I serve you? You're searching for someone. As a matter of fact, I do distinctly remember seeing a Vera woman of that description earlier. I'm afraid I cannot tell you where she may be now. Alas, from Dawntrail was it? Sorry, can't help you. That reminds me though, I heard Dawntrail has its own local variety of spirits called mezcal. I've been meaning to taste it myself for an age now, but you've no idea how hard it is to get one's hands on a bottle of it here. Oh, I'm working on it. I'll be able to make that eventually. If you're a woman bearing a bow, well, yes, I do recall such a person. I was hard not to notice her, really, given how she was peering at every little thing. If she came from the distant lands to the west, no doubt Kagon is quite the unusual sight for her. With any luck, she'll still be where I saw her, in the vicinity of the Shigami barracks. Ah, she must be far from the west. No, she's actually across the waters to the east. The world is flat. No, it is round. I've been to space. The city is simply too large for me to cover alone. Perhaps it's time I return home. Oh, is that right? I'm grateful, but, why? I see, GOP always was a worrywart. Won't deny I appreciate the help, though ascertaining the whereabouts of the cocoon has been no easy task. I managed to secure a room and board in this lodging after arriving in Kagon, but have been using it as a base to track down the thief ever since. I'll tell you all I know. According to an eyewitness from my village, the thief is a middle-aged Horan male. That's all we have to go on regarding his appearance. Yet, so long as he possesses the cocoon, he can be anyone and anything. An elderly woman, traipsing along the street, a child throwing a ball in my hat, even the dog chasing after it. Truth be told, I was nigh at wit's end trying to find him. That is, until I discovered there's a series of unusual squabbles have been occurring around the city. After investigating these incidents, I found one commonality. The instigator is, in each case, has no recollection of the incident, let alone of inciting it. Which more eerie accounts have begun to circulate amongst the residents. Some folks claim they somehow been seen in two places at once. Based on all this, I believe the thief's been using the Dreamweave cocoon to transform into innocence to spread discord through the city. Stands to reason we can find him by following the trail of chaos left in his wake, no. And yet, even should we apprehend him in whatever form he's hidden himself within, there's nothing to stop him from feigning ignorance. Besides a secret remedy, of course, the recipe for an elixir which can forcibly remove the cocoon's enchantment. It has been passed down in my village for emergencies like this. I made sure to prepare a few vials before making the voyage here. I need simply throw the solution at the suspect, and the cocoon's weave of mimicry will unfurl on the spot. That covers everything. Now, what say we see if there's any trouble afoot? The thief will undoubtedly not be far from it. Let me know when you're ready. We'll catch him together. Together! Ready to set off, then? Perfect. I say we begin our search with the markets. I recall a great number of people gathering in the Rusk's district, I believe it was called. He's now accompanying you. To think that all of this was wrought by mortal hands. Remarkable. My people have ever lived in harmony with nature, but that doesn't mean we condemn the ways of those who choose otherwise. In fact, in the brief time I've been exposed to settlements like this, I've come to see such places have their merits too. Look, you thieving whore son, I told you this isn't enough. But sir, that cannot be right. I'm sure I gave you your charge in full. Enough, hand over my money or I'll take it by force. Isn't it obvious no one gets so worked up over a handful of coins unless they're looking for trouble? Reveal yourself, villain! What in the blazes do you think you're doing? Oh, sorry, very sorry. Oh dear. 1,000 apologies, sir. I gravely miscalculated your charge. I will return what you are owed immediately. I beg your forgiveness. We're just showing how dreadfully embarrassing. Well, a hunter doesn't quite have to sting your arrow, miss it, Mark. But not to dwell on what's done. Instead, focus on our next course of action. Let's see how things fare on Cocaine Dory. I can't believe how impossibly fast it is. My jaw dropped when I first saw it. It could hardly fathom where the horizon ended and the sea began. Before arriving in Toriolo, I had imagined the sea to be merely a larger, saltier body of water than the lake back home. There we would race from shore to attempt the same here. I fear would have fatal results. I'll cut you down where you stand, you lecherous lummox. What is going on here? Big bloke yonder allegedly laid his hands on the grizzled fella's woman. Afraid this may come to blows. Calm yourself, man. I haven't done what she claims. You dare add insult to injury by calling her a liar? Ignore him. I told you that pig defiled me. Cut him down this instant. There's no truth in her words. Wherefore does she spout such rubbish? Come and give me strength. Cut the bloody brute down already. Yes, nigh less than you head shall serve as penance for your crimes. Well, let my blade prove my innocence. Don't make me get the Shigami here. It's alright. Was that really necessary? No matter, I was dreaming of this pretty face, petty farce. It's time I moved on to bigger and better things. Goodbye! Oh no, you don't. Yes. And goes back to eating. She waited a bit too long to fire. Oh, my bow's more out of tune than I realized. Sweetheart. It's really you. And thank the Kami you're safe. I found her lying unconscious in a nearby alleyway. She could only vaguely recall being attacked from someone before losing consciousness. So the villain knocked her out before assuming her visage in a ploy to deceive her husband. I fell for the deception like a complete and utter fool. I did not know how to begin to make amends. There are no amends to be made. You simply acted as any husband would. Due to your involvement, this matter was resolved without bloodshed. The Sasakagami thank you. Disregardably, however, that the villain managed to escape. A criminal who can change their shape at will is considered dangerous. Know that the Shimagami will alert the populace to this menace and remain vigilant for any suspicious activity in the city. Oh no, what I just realized? He's a shitty ninja. If he needs to use that to transform. I mean, during the ninja quest line, I don't remember his name, but the eccentric one could transform willingly into a bat whenever he wanted to. So if he needs that to transform into a hawk, Let's return to my lodgings. I'd like to go over what we stand with our elusive quarry. He's a shitty ninja. As predicted, the thief has been using the cocoon's power of mimicry to incite conflict around the city. What he hopes to accomplish by doing so, however, is still unclear. And so long as he has the power, our sole means of tracking him remains the havoc left in his wake. A trying trail for any hunter, but I'm heartening to have a warrior like you besides me as I tread it. We'll catch him together, and when we do, we'll mete out the justice he deserves, Sedman. Good to see you, Sedman. For better or worse, I haven't heard about any unusual incidents going on since our last altercation with the thief. There may be a reason for that. Do you remember when he claims he was moving on to bigger and better things? If we're to catch him, we may have to expand the scope of our search beyond Kogone. Yet he traveled all the way from Toro to this eastern land for a reason, and I can't imagine he'd go too far. Do you know any other settlements nearby? Do you live out in those waters? But they're so vast. Where would we even begin? So Bakufu as a outpost at the Ruby Price. That sounds like the perfect place to start. Let's make our way there and avail ourselves of the soldiers' intel. If anything out of the ordinary has occurred, no doubt they'll be aware of it, shall we? I'm surprised he hasn't gone for the Emperor or the Shogunate or whatever they call leader of Kogone. Going for the leader probably would cause quite a bit of confusion. Oh, the medicine. I went to pick it up and it went flying. Luckily, it went flying towards me instead of away from me like it usually does when it goes flying. Well, this is unexpected. What brings you to the Ruby Price? Disputes strange, you should ask. Not even a moon ago, the waters of the Ruby Sea were poised to turn a sanguinary shade. Please tell us everything. A Confederate skiff approached the Ruby Price without authorization, and its occupants began hurling insult after insult in an obvious attempt to provoke us. We did not succumb to their provocations, however. After warning the vessel we fire if they drew an elm closer, they withdrew without a word. However, should they attempt to provoke us again, we will not display the same level of restraint, and the roar of our cannon shall signal their comrades to rally in full force. The waters will flow red. Of that, there can be no doubt. Tensions run high, not like this has ever occurred. I see. Thank you for the information. Might we speak privately? Based on the testimony you just gathered just now, I gather there's an argument in these waters that the Confederacy are not to draw near the Ruby Price, guarded as it by Bakufu sentries. If that's the case, then as the soldier stated, I can only conclude that the vessel earlier was attempting to incite a dispute between the two factions, which fits the modus operandi of our quarry. What you say, perhaps if he would sail under the banner of the Confederates. Whatever the case may be, we have nothing but conjecture. We have no solid evidence before we can alert the soldiers here to this threat. I doubt they'll heed our warnings otherwise. First, we need to verify if any member of the Confederacy actually approached Ruby Price. Do you know where their base of operations can be found? Sakazuki. Looks like it would be faster for us to swim there. Actually, it's further away, but sure, we'll go with that one. So I'm pretty sure their base of operation is over here. I still have yet to get into that dungeon, by the way. I'll get there eventually one day, hopefully, but absolutely not. Not one of my Confederate brothers and sisters would approach the Ruby Price without authorization. Those clearly Bakufu dogs who may have concocted this baseless rumor to get a rise out of us. Soldiers at the Ruby Price said that, did they? Pardon my language, but that's a little shite. We have no interest in handgun waters. If anything, I've seen their skiffs encroaching on our territory of light. If you ask me, they're the ones thirsty for blood. There you are, Zimin. Listen to what the person has to say. The situation is more grim than we thought. I'm thankful you came, and not a moment too soon. Captain Rocio ain't been acting himself, you see. Normally where he goes, Tatsu goes. But not today. He showed up earlier by his lonesome and ordered us to gather as many hands to join him on the Isle of Baku to attend to some pressing business. Normally I obliged Captain without a moment's hesitation, but I had a feeling something wasn't right, so I asked him what manner of business. We're going to set the Ruby Price ablaze, he says. The bloody Ruby Price. Tried speaking some sense into him, but he wouldn't mind to listen. Walked off saying he has no needs of craven bastards on me. Look, I don't know what's gotten into the captain, but I can't be anything good. Please go to the Isle of Baku and stop him, my comrades, before it's too late. This Rosso acting strange can't be coincidence. We need to get to that island and quickly. Do you know the way? Got it. We're not a moment to waste. voice seems gathered up ahead. I've already forgotten what voice I gave him. Those scums think they can encroach on our territory and get away with it. I'll be damned if we let them. Tonight we lay siege to the ruby price and sink for ourselves. But we sure, if we do this, we won't just be starting a battle, we'll be starting a war. You've been acting strange, Captain. What's gone into you? Silence! I don't ask for your bloody opinion. Those lying dogs claim it was us breaching the agreement. I say we give the bastards what they deserve. You're not welcome here. Be gone if you value your lives. Saw through my disguise once again. Don't tell me you can't leave a no power captain among your acquaintances. What are you trying to accomplish? Why incite such conflict wherever you go? Why, sire, disappointing, but contrary to the passage of the unbounds, plattering about freeing the world from the tyranny of government, I have no grand designs. I wish merely for everyone to show the true faces. Folk love to put on airs of sophistication and virtue, but push them towards the edge and their masks slip off to reveal the monsters underneath. They'll go for their neighbor's struggler to save their own skin. You've seen it for yourself. It's quite the spectacle. Rathalos, go! Damn it, the wind was too strong. You are on the ocean. A man of 1,000 faces is a true menace indeed. We'll return to Okamoro forthwith to alert the captain. We're sure the Confederacy will be keeping a close watch over the Ruby Sea. I didn't think for a moment he was an imposter, and the lies he sprouted about the Bakufu soldiers were enough to make my blood boil. To think we would have happened had you not here to help us. Kami bless you. All he wants is to expose people's so-called true faces. That he would use the cocoon for such a pretty cause. Unthinkable. Let's return to Gogon for the time being. Let's see how fast he can outfly this king of the skies! Yeah, again, this was a true Monster Hunter experience. I had to hunt it 50 times just to get this. Those who know about Monster Hunter drops, a lot of people have probably grinded more from one monster to get a drop from it. So if I was able to keep all the Poogies I got, I would probably have a lot of Poogies as well, because I got the chests a lot. But I always would get the music roll and Poogies. I think Poogie's is 100% chance from it, though. Dumbo, I can't believe the bastard of cats. Oh, forgive me. I find myself more disgusted with that villain each time I see him. I think all this is driven by small-minded spite. From what I've gauged, he did not fly towards Kobani during his escape. I believe he's seeking a new settlement to terrorize. Now that Confederacy and I are acquainted, I'll see if they can't help me sniff out his roost. No doubt that where there's smoke, they're stuck in the fire. And I suppose I'll use this period to tend to my bow next time my arrows will fly true. Sorry, I ain't a carpenter. I can't help you with the bow. What for you here? Ever since the incident of the Ruby Sea, I've kept a line of communication with the Confederacy, and they've just reported something you'll be interested to hear. Apparently a man impersonating the distinguished Lord of Doma was recently exposed. One of the Lord's retainers saw through the Pretender's facade while he was attempting to stir up trouble in the Doman Enclave. The imposter then reportedly transformed into a hawk and fled. Clearly our glory now rests at Doma. I'd like to resume our hunt immediately, but I'm not sure where to go when we go after his failure in the Enclave. Do any locations come to mind? Look at this step! A town in Yorkshire called Normandy is a south crossing. The extent of your knowledge is truly remarkable. Without further ado, let's make our way there and see if the residents have noticed any unusual activity. Have there been any quarrels of late? Well, yes, actually. Just the other day, the two of us were at each other's throats over a persimmon. She was only supposed to eat half, but she went and gobbled the whole thing. In the end, she purchased this one by way of apology, so I let bygones be bygones. What's that? This ain't the sort of quarrel you're speaking of. Trouble, none what I can think of. For a blessing, all has been peaceful. And again, disgrace, quite village has not seen strife since the Imperials were ousted. There has been news of a man impersonating Lord Ian at the Enclave. I'm going to say bullshit. There was some quarrel here not that long ago, and I came to help that. As I am told, when Lord Ian voiced intention to invade Naxia, all present grew wary of the individual. None more so than Lady Yagiri, who saw through the farce immediately. After he was exposed, the villain fled the scene with haste. Unfortunately, efforts to find him has not borne fruit. May I introduce the flying blasphemy that I shot out of the sky last time I was here? None of the residents I spoke with reported anything out of the ordinary. How did you fare? Then it seems the villain is not here. Where might he have gone? What are you doing here? A friend of yours. Don't hang your head like we're strangers. We met just moments ago, remember? You asked me how to reach the House of the Fierce. You're great, Vlad. You've lost, aren't you? I can understand your embarrassment, but I'll tell you the way again. Listen here, close to here now. Following the descending path leading north of the village until you see a small pond, then dive in and swim. The House of the Fierce will be on the other side. Could he have impersonated you this time? This doesn't bode well. We must hurry. Much obliged, sir.
Prove who you are. I will perform the traditional your dance for all to see.
Just how far must we swim to reach this place? I dare say my days spent in the lakes back home are about to come in handy. My friends, it comes to my attention that the Khan of Etzem Steppes mighty Oran tribe conspires in the shadows to invade Doma. I do not conspire to invade anyone. We may not give them the chance. Invasion would mean all-out war. There is only one solution under the cover of darkness. You must assassinate the Khan. Only with his death can this crisis be averted. I grow wary. Perhaps I should have observed my target more carefully. With all due respect, these allegations may be brought before Lord Hien. It is imperative we receive his instructions before acting. That would be playing right into Orner's hands. After all, an impostor disguised as Lord Hien was but recently exposed. An Orner spy, there can be no question. Yet the spy has fled, their whereabouts unknown. They would be anyone and anywhere weaving new schemes, even as we speak. This decisive act must be taken. That is why I came to you. So the impostor of Lord Hien was part of the Orner's grand scheme. But why would those who fought along us for Doma's liberation conspire to invade? Forgive me, but you do not seem yourself sediment. Something isn't right. Because I am desperate. A shadow looms over Doma, and only with your help can I cast away its dark paw. Paul, please lend me your strength. Our honored friend Zimmerman risked his life and limb to see Doma free, yet to address him with suspicions of doubt. If he says we act first to prevent greater bloodshed, then we must act. It is true that he has never led us astray. Brothers and sisters, let us join hands with Zimmerman once more and drive back this shadow rising over Doma. What's the meaning of this? It's the infernal Orion spy. Quickly, kill him before you can escape. Jesus in here. It's you! Such persistent vermin. I will forever call you the shittiest ninja. right into the fish. Pathetic. You're nothing like that other girl. What was her name? Oh, yes. Achikoa. She was fearsome, that one, right up until the moment I drove my blade into her back. What's this? Don't tell me you've been masquerading around as too good of yourself. After all, that would make you no better than me, hiding behind the name of another. Want the rest to blame you bear for everything that happens. Sorry, I'll explain everything to you later. For now, we should appraise these men and women of the situation. I think he could transform into anyone, a truly fearsome ability. I shall alert Lord Hien to this threat immediately, or ensure that all of Doma will be on alert. I was completely fooled. I have no words to express my shame. Upon speaking with you again, I realized that though the impostor assumed your guise, he has neither your spirit nor your grace. Forgive me, I will not fall for such a farce again. Hey, wait a minute, you old men aren't excused for this class. Get back here. Might I have a word? The man impersonating you earlier, I recognize his face. Oh, you'd recognize his face anywhere. Without a doubt, he is, Samadare, a childhood friend. You know him. Please, you must tell us everything. I have you know, Samadare nearly my entire life. We learned the shinobi arts together, you see. Roughly 25 years ago, we engaged in our first battle as proud ninja, defending Doma against the Empire's invasion. With every fiber in our body, we met their mighty magic attack with nimble ninjutsu. As if moved by our resolve, the mighty auspice and guardian of Doma, Tomogo Gozen, appeared on the field of battle to aid our cause. Yeah, I can just summon her if you want to. Yet our efforts were for naught. The Empire might fell upon Doma like a hammer, and we were crushed beneath their overwhelming force. The occupation began soon after, and so too did my work from the shadows. I devoted myself to resisting the Empire in secret. Samidare was conscripted to their army and forced to become an Imperial spy. I understand he served them well, fanning the flames of war in faraway lands through rumors and manipulations. Indeed, as far back as I can recall, Samidare has ever excelled in the skill of subterfuge. It was only after the prisoner exchange that he returned to Doma at long last, but he was a changed man. He could find no joy or solace in the peace he once fought to secure for our nation. Instead, he sought to disrupt it. War has taught me things of the world. Chivalry is but a farce to hide my savagery, and I'll prove it here in dear, dear Doma. The fool I am, I thought he was jesting. Only later, when I discovered the web of lies he spun to turn folks against one another, did I realize he meant every word. I tried to confront him, but he fled Doma before I had the chance. Nevertheless, I searched his home afterwards and discovered a missive from an organization called the Passage of the Unbound. I have it with me here. Dear Lustrous Summidaire, we extend our deepest gratitude for your interest in joining the passage of the Unbound. With each passing day, our secret order draws closer to its goal, and we shall require exceptional talent for what lies ahead. Bearing these needs in mind, we have decided to welcome you into the fold to celebrate the start of an auspicious future together. We invite you to meet your colleagues in Toriolo and have enclosed your tickets within. Professional talents, exceptional egos, more like. This passage of the Unbound kept a watchful eye on nations far and wide, but the cutthroats, like Summidaire, who follow their own desires. Upon his arrival in Taral, Samadaire's suspicions guided him to my home, where he stole the Dreamweave's cocoon and set out to use it for his own twisted ends. I'm afraid that appears to be the way of it. In all likelihood, it is the passage of the Unbound, which alerted him to the Dreamweave's cocoon's existence. Today, Summidaire attempts to incite war between Doma and the Exhumed Steppes by wearing the face of our dearest ally, you. Their timely appearance prevented the worst from happening, but so long as he can alter his form and face at will, who can say what tomorrow may bring? His years as a secret operative have made him a master at reading people should he decide to study his target before taking their form. I fear his schemes may not be discovered until it's already too late. Please be careful, and may the Kami bless and keep you. Tempting to find Samidar now would be a fruitless endeavor. He could be any bird in the sky or any beast roaming the wilds. Let's return to Kogane. I'll reveal everything to you there, I promise.
He wasn't being chaotic enough to be me. I don't see a sandcastle made of dirt anywhere. Nor do I see any sand in these pockets of his. Or salt. Where's his corn?
I'm grateful for your help today. Once again, I let our prey slip away. The only silver lining is that we now know who he is. But more importantly, I applaud you for deceiving you. As Samador says, I am not the greatest hunter of my home. I am not Ekatoka. I am Kuiki. I hail from the same village as Ekatoka, and I too am a hunter. But only a name. You've seen my aim for yourself. Yet most shamefully of all is that my fault the Dreamweaver cocoon was stolen. Normally it is enshrined in the deepest recesses of our home, only it had leave to wield it. The forest provides shelter and substance to many, and not all we share its bounty with our friendly. When great beasts threaten our home, the cocoon's powder may be used to protect our lives. Yet I used it for my own foolish desires. I couldn't take it anymore. I was a hunter, yet could barely catch prey large enough to feed myself. I was forced to wash clothes, prepare meals, and tune bows. Just once, I wanted to be acknowledged. I wanted to feel pride, so I used the cocoon's power to transform myself into Ayatoka. With her dexterity and finesse, I finally caught prey befitting a true hunter. And so I carried my prize home. He appeared. I found him collapsed in the middle of the beaten path. I never had reason to mistrust someone before, so I approached to nurse his wounds. At the moment I drew close, he knocked the cocoon out from my grasp and struck me unconscious. It was long gone by the time I awoke. I confessed my sins to the village elder, and in her boundless grace she forgave me. But I could not forgive myself. I left home that very eve in secret to pursue the thief. all the way to Kagane. After several days of fruitless scouring the city, who should I see but Akura as our most exceptional hunter? It came as no surprise that the elder had charged her with recovering the cocoon. She was astonished to see me here, of course. I told no one of my actions. I feared she would send me home, but when I expressed to her my shame, my anger, she consoled me and told me we would find the cocoon together. And I was certain we would, until the day that Dubu's bastard killed her. You appeared soon after her passing. I thought with someone as strong as you at my side, maybe, I could avenge her, so I lied. Like Samidare said, I am no better than he is. I'm an imposter. But my desire to reclaim the cocoon is every bit as strong as Joel's was. I am so sorry for lying to you, Zedman. I hope that you can find it in your heart to forgive me and continue to aid me reclaiming the Dreamweave's cocoon. To be fair, you didn't lie to me once. I just assumed you were, because I didn't really care. They just told it was a Vera with the clothing. They didn't give me a hair color. Thank you. I know you were you're at my side. I can keep my promise there, Toka. For now, I'll remain vigilant for any news regarding conflict in the region. Please do pay me a visit when you find a moment to spare. I'm counting on you. Zedman, I'm so relieved to see you. I thought you might resent me for lying to you, that you might refuse to lend me your help again. I certainly be hard-pressed to reclaim the cocoon alone in this far land. I truly meant what I said before. I'm counting on you. Though I'm ashamed to admit it, when I first arrived here, I was nearly swindled out of an heirloom by a talking catfish. I'd been scouring the city for a shop upon my choker so I could secure room and board, you see. When the catfish approached me, claiming I'd buy the necklace for a fair price, offered me a handful of coins that glittered like gold. I was about to accept the offer when Atiko appeared. In mere moments, she discerned that the catfish currency was counterfeit and ended the transaction then and there. She dragged me to the markets afterwards and pawned her own necklace to secure lodging for the both of us. From the moment she arrived, I took care of everything. What I'm trying to say is, I can't do anything on my own. I'm reckless and impulsive, and I'm just really glad to have you by my side. It's been some time, my friend. Pray forgive my sudden visit, but I come bearing urgent tidings. We spoke with you at the House of Fears. What brings you all this way? I was able to make contact with Samidare. I told him I was willing to make amends and join my oldest friend in exchange, exposing the lies of people's hearts. He responded most eagerly and bade me meet him in secret. Wait, really? Did he say where? Aye, Hell's Lid. I had a mind to lay an ambush for him, but not knowing the extent of the power he wields, I thought it best to seek help. And so I came here to beg your aid, Zedman. Your strength and valor are unequal, and we cannot apprehend Zamidare without you. Use the powder on him. We're doing this the old way, like we did in the Manderville quest. Powder everyone. We may never get another chance to catch him unawares like this. There's no time to lose. Wait, forgive me for speaking plain, Huntress, but I fear we would only be a hindrance to Zedman when this fighting begins. Let us go to Hellslit by skiff and meet him after the villain is subdued. I take your point, you're right. Without us there to distract Zedman, can focus wholeheartedly on the battle. Sorry, would you mind going it alone? We'll be there as soon as we can. the powder. Throw it at him. Actually, does the demasking... I wonder if the demasking powder would work on him. I know it works on glimmers. But I'm wondering how it would affect the cocoon. Would it have any effect? Or would it just simply cause him to have a coughing fit? Then again, I think we might have something else we could throw at him. Yes, we'll throw ether sand in his face. We'll see how that works on the human body. Or I could just crush up some glamour displacers and just throw them in his face instead. See how that works. You see no signs of somebody there, perhaps layers further ahead. I didn't know I could do that. I have 2,000 hours in this game, and I didn't know I could do that. You see no signs of him, but feel an unsettling presence. Hi guys, how you doing? It's been a while. Oh, here we go. See how I fight, see how they do me. Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't know what I'm doing to begin with. The way I hunt things with a book. So at least I got Breathalos. There's nowhere to be found, there's naught to do but await your companion's arrival. Hey, you alright? Came as soon as... Oh, it's the battle already over. Where's Samidare? What? So this was a trap. Right over there. I'm old. Thank goodness I made it. After all that time I spent in that old gone-ass shattered Cogent's shell, Vince's underlings attack you. My blades were mere ends from the skin of your back, alas. Sorry to disappoint you, but I got scales back there. I just checked the other day. Yeah, I do got scales on my back. I think it takes more than just to stab me in the back at this point. Considering how many times I've gone down, you need to disintegrate me entirely to kill me. Meticulous plan gone to waste. Science underestimated your strength and failed all truths. hands nasty. I dare say I'm outmatched in no common beast. I'm not really can stand against you. I must contemplate your days with more care, more rigor. Look forward to my next meeting. Why don't I just send my own birdies out? I got plenty. Or a dragon or two. Forgive me. Needed to catch my breath. Somebody's friend was the villain himself. As soon as the skiff made it to this open sea, he threw me overboard. I damned near had to swim like a fish to make it here in town. He made me into a fool again. He waylaid me before using a similar ruse. By the time I figured out what Akora was already. I always wondered how a craven like Samadera was able to kill her, our greatest hunter, and now I know. When I felt the blade in her back, I turned to see the face of her killer. She saw me. I'm glad I was able to prevent history from repeating itself. I don't want to lose you two. We should return to Kogane. Samadera may have planted more than one trap for us here. May I make a recommendation? Become pugilist. Return to a monk. Deny bow. Return to pugilist. Return to monk. I feared the worst as I rushed to reach you. The moment Samadera was in sight, I charged without thinking, which in retrospect was probably for the best. Had I tried to shoot him from afar with my bow, I might have missed, or worse yet, hit you instead. To be fair, it probably would have been better if you hit me instead. It probably would have shocked the shit out of him. In any case, I just believed you're safe. I promise to be more wary from now on, particularly from their faces. I hardly need saying, but remember to keep your guard up as well. For now, I'll resume my efforts to gather information about Samadera's whereabouts. Well, you'll be right to know once I have a lead. Jelly! Good to see you, Zedman. Or should I say Samadera? There's only one way to be sure. I need you to tell me something only you and I would know. When I used the cocoon to take on Niko's form, what creature did I hunt? It's really you. What a relief. Indeed, I never told you that my arrow struck a great wild boar. A prize for any hunter. Samadera is the only one who ever saw it. Sorry to doubting you, but I could think of no better way to expose him if he'd attempted to impersonate you again. After remain vigilant after all, even though no news of his plots has reached me as of late. From here to Yangtze, people are on alert for a mini-face agitator within their midst, and not even a stray cat is beyond scrutiny. While Samadera can no longer act so brazenly, I'm afraid this means his trail's gone cold. We also have another problem. When he pushed me into the Ruby Sea, the remedy I carried was soaked in salt water. I'm afraid it's no longer effective. No doubt his plans from the start was to eliminate the one we had of undoing the cocoon's mimicry. Whereas his advantage too great to ignore. Which is why I intend to synthesize a new batch. I was just about to go and produce the necessary ingredients from the supplier when you arrived. What do you join me? Don't worry, there I still got some other types of dust we can throw at him. It may not reveal him, but it's definitely going to ruin his day. Especially when I paint him red. And if that doesn't work, I've got an onion. The Safnerian onion I have no need for, but I keep anyway. I've heard such materials. Where are they found? Deep in the forest of Thorell, a land beyond the Great Sea. It's far, far to the west of here. Thorell, I'm afraid my supply chain does not extend quite that far. Hancock! I have a favor that you ought to repay. I fear as much. Doesn't help that the materials can only be harvested when the season is right. Even where I return home now, I doubt I can find what we need. We've no choice but to give up on that remedy. I'm sorry. Now we've at the mercy of Samadar's cunning. Hello there. Tell me, have you any sorrows that might ease my aching back? Sir, this isn't the apothecary. Where are your spectacles? Oh yes, how could I forget? Oh, much better. Sometimes I forget that I'm as blind as a bat without these. Forgive me, Shakasi. Excuse me, but those bit of glass covering your eyes help you see better? Yes, I am familiar with spectacles. I've seen folks wearing them before, but I always thought they were decorative, like my choker. No, they help people see. I need them, but I don't wear them. I am a goon my way through life. I mean, where can I procure a pair of my own? Ask the Pokebee, it's your man. He has a breath of artisan's contacts. You will ensure you receive a pair fine-tuned to your specifications. You'll find his shop on this very street. I'll look for him. Thank you. I'm sorry, you must be completely bewildered. No, not really. If it wasn't for the only glasses that I own being Hancock's glasses, I would probably be wearing my own pair. I thought a failure of a hunter like me would never be able to aid you in battle. I've just came to realize there's hope yet. But let's not crowd this stall any longer. Care to join me over there? Ever since I was a child, I had trouble seeing things from afar. That's why my aim with the bow is so poor. I'm not fit to be a hunter. Never was. It's only natural that chores like washing sheets and preparing meals fell to me. But I always yearned to do more, to be more. I've looked up to Akatera ever since I can remember. No matter how hard I tried, I simply couldn't give up on my dream. I had to be just like her. So I begged her to teach me everything she knows, from the basics of drawing a bow to practicing aiming techniques that few hunters use. Yet despite all her efforts, my sight failed me when it counted most.
I have a suggestion for you. A proposition, if I may. A shotgun. I have one right here. You don't need to see the target all that well. You just need to point in the general direction and be close enough for the pellets to hit it. I got plenty. I usually shoot once and throw away the gun. There's plenty of shotguns wandering everywhere I go. Don't ask me where I get them. I don't know. I got magic pockets that I just pull shit out of most of the time. I still don't know what I've got in these. I've collected so much shit and shoved into this magic pocket that I might have things that aren't even supposed to exist anymore.
All of my life I thought that was simply how nature intended me to be. I was content to accept my lot. But now that I have spectacles, spectacles may improve my eyesight. I feel hope if I could just try them. My heroes are true. I could join you in battle and maybe even strike down Samidar with my own arrow. We may have lost the remedy, but this would give us an element of surprise. So I have to try on spectacles for myself. Alright, let's go meet this Yamakabuki. Just know spectacles cannot help you with all your eye problems. Like for me, I have an infected eye. I had an eyelid that got infected, so now I can't see down with my right eye. Because my eyelid won't move out of the fucking way.
Spectacles, is it? I can sell a bit more than the pipeline, but I'm afraid there'll be a wait. I'm fresh on supplies, you see, and the next shipment won't be due for a number of weeks. Of course, if you're in a rush, you can roll up your sleeves and get the materials yourself. All you need is a glossy shell of a deserted hawkbill and a cluster of Rosen's quartz. Bring them here, and my affiliates can bring work immediately.
Who knows what schemes Samador might contrive should we let down our chains for weeks? Would you be willing to lend me a hand with procuring the materials? If we split up, we should be able to gather them in a blink of an eye.
Like the eager pair I see, in the case others say you will be able to negotiate with the Blue Ocean for a carapace of splendid quality.
I visited Tasmari during my investigation of the Ruby Sea. I'll handle the shell.
What leads you, the observed clorts? Play look for a caravan near Schultz Rocks in the Ruby Sea. Spread with some glittering gravel to lure Schultz. Iwamashi from its layout then, and retrieve a cluster from its hills.
Let's meet back here when we're finished. Also, for those wondering which eye it is indeed my right eye. But luckily it was only my bottom eyelid. I cannot imagine what would happen if it was my upper eyelid that got messed up. I can fix it though when just by moving my right eyelid down, my bottom right eyelid. Though it just makes my eye feel funny when I do it. I also had a laser pointer shot into one of my eyes. I don't remember which one. I would say the one that hurts, but both of my eyes usually hurt. Wait. Keep it. Washies are reportedly attracted to anything that glitters, including this gravel.
How you doing? That's that.
The last thing you did was just laugh and that shattered. Yeah. We got 2 more World Quest videos left to make. One for range and one for when you get them all done. So hopefully the next one will be range. And then the reason I say hopefully is because I can't predict what will happen. Once I get done with World Quest, like I said, I'll do the raid, but that's going to be like a week or 2 for me. And since I have 27 videos still to upload as I am recording this, it's going to be a while until you guys see any of those videos. Kind of sucks because I do want to get back to playing Final Fantasy 12. Probably after I do the raid video, I'll begin recording again because by then I should have enough, at least a big enough dent in the videos that I'll have some more space in my drive to get back to Final Fantasy 12. You're the first to return. I trust you have the quartz in hand. This cluster of quartz possesses a light golden hue. Excellent, this will make for fine pair of lenses. Now we need only wait for your friend. I'm back. You do know there's a way to get there without having to dive, right? Sorry, didn't mean to alarm you like that. I spoke with the Kojin of Blue as planned, but soon learned that Hawkbill's shells have been sparse of late. They were reluctant to part with a single one. I was able to wear them down, though, until they proposed an exchange. If I dealt with the Red Kojin who'd invaded their fishing grounds, they spare a shell. I knew my bow would be useless, so I tried a leaf out of Zedman's book and fought him up close and personal. As you can see, I took quite the beating, but so did they. I may be a little worse for wear, but the trouble was worth it. I have the shell as promised, and with it, your citations your associates can get started.
Indeed we can. We'll just first measure your eyesight and see if they can get to work. Shoot this man over there. Shoot the cat.
This is incredible. Everything is so vivid. Well, I'm sure I can get a bird up from the horizon. Come, Zedman, I want to fire some test shots at the signs over there.
No. But on that seems like a fine way there in the iron that shit's gummy. I'll prepare some targets for you, so let's move somewhere less crowded.
Of course. Thank you for going to the trouble.
Slightly off the mark. And slightly off the mark again.
After all these years, my aim is true.
Close.
Oh god, I just saw the background. The city's disappearing behind us. Quickly, get into the water. Oh god. The world's dissolving. I was saying, at least your aim is almost true. Just as bad, a tad off, but with practice you'll think. At least you'll hit the damn bird, it's fine. When we find semi-dead, we won't have, you won't know what hit. I feel just started shooting hawks. We know he transforms into a hawk. Just starts shooting them all. I don't know if I can properly describe this feeling to you. After so long, I don't feel like someone pretending to be a hunter. Finally, I can feel like don't feel like a burden. As soon as I catch even a whiff of Semidare's trail, we stop him for good. I'll let the moment arise. Please lend me your strength for one last time. Together, we'll retrieve the cocoon and return it to my village. I got a cup of jelly. A time could not have come more in spectacle settlement. A person to community acquaintance of yours stopped by just moments ago, wishing to have a word about a Samidar, no less. They're presently waiting in my room, so give me just a moment and I'll bring them here.
Trina, we must do the ball check. We must make sure you're not him. Prepare to be kicked.
Look, well, Simon, forgive me for inscrewing pleasantries, but there is an urgent matter I wish to discuss. As I recall, I had insufficient funds to purchase it myself, so you helped me gather Whisper Root to trade it for it instead. It would seem you two have grown wary of imposters. Then we can proceed straight into the heart of the matter. You appear in Mole until a few days ago, claiming he had been driven to madness, but he now summoned an army in Doma and with plans to conquer the Museum Step. For blessing, we already received word from a Doma envoy that an agitator was mimicking others and saw the ruse for what it was. Fortunately, when we attempted to capture them, the imposter transformed into a sheep and disappeared among the bands, grazing on the plains. I should have been there. See how quickly he transforms back when he sees me with a flamethrower. When I informed our friends in Doma of the incident, I was told you have been using Gon as a base to track down the perpetrator, and thought it best I praise you of this happening. However, you won't relent. The schemes won't end until we make them end. You must discover a clue to his whereabouts in reunion. If anyone in the steppe has seen him, that is where they will be. Now I must alert the other tribes of this threat. May the wind speed you away, your way. At the Museum Steps then, with any luck, someone in reunion will have the insight to offer. Joke's on him! The first thing that probably would have happened if it was me, they would challenge him to a duel. Because every con that we've come in contact, except for Trina, wants to duel me. For shits and or giggles. What has happened here? The ground! This place doesn't look right no more. It looks deader. Conflict not besides the normal quarrel between tribes, certainly no disputes on the scale you speak of. But I have heard rumors of that Magni has been sneaking out from the Dawn Throne. Where could he be going and what to do what, I wonder? Honestly, I'm not surprised, to be honest. If Magni's coming out at night, he's probably looking for his moon. So stirring up trouble, a quarrel amongst tribes is as common as the rising sun. Not a day goes by without it. Now, if you will excuse me, I have goods to sell. Kindly continue your inquiries elsewhere. Conflict is forbidden in a reunion. This is known. As for my tribe, all is at peace. I heard a rumor of interest, however. It seems Magni of the Old Orin has been behaving strangely of late. Perhaps that is related to the matter you were investigating.
shoot him in the balls. He doesn't need him anyway.
Were you able to learn anything of interest? I also heard rumors pertaining to this Magni. One person even stated that he saw him headed towards a place called Bardam's Meadow not long ago. Perhaps it is the form some of yours chosen to take on. Whatever the case may be, we'll find the answers at Bardam's Meadow. You can't allow Samidar's depravity to go on any longer. Still yourself, for when we face him, we'll put an end to all of this.
I was just there yesterday. Not even yesterday, it was a few days ago. Hunting Rathalos there.
But you're here. Once the battle begins, there's no time which form Samadar might take. An eminent warrior, a fearsome beast, or worse. He's also shown much scrupulous behavior in his preparations of late. However, his form, we should do best to assume that he has thoroughly studied his strengths and will use them to full effect. Yet I am not a feeble hunter I was before. Together with your martial might and my exacting eye, you will defeat him. At long last, Atiko shall have her vengeance, and my village shall see the cocoon return. My beautiful bright sun, I should bask in your warmth till my flesh returns to earth. I knew it wasn't going to be him there.
As the feral dog gone rabid, you speak those honeyed words to lure me into your cart, only to slit my throat as I sleep.
He's right about that. Hushful, I am your mama. Though we've had our disagreements in the past, I've come to understand my actions were born of love. Yet, only now that I am forced to wed do I realize this. Despite my shame, I wish to confess my feelings before it's too late. Wed? A dark beast like you to whom? To what? The end of Doma. By becoming kin, he seeks to leverage the influence of the Dawntrail to claim domination of the steppe. The Doma know no shame. Very well, I would consider your proposal far-fetched though it may be. I can however the possibility that you are mine. But first we must gather our warriors, the Domans. Evidence cannot go unfinished. Unpunished, we march for Doma come Myros dawn.
That is not your moon!
You, what are you doing here? Is it obvious? There are spies at Doma, come! Question any thoughts of resistance. You must kill them quickly.
But he is the ruler! You must forget who is king here, bitch!
I see he has no skills in magic.
You do acquire a persistent power. I'd hoped to strike at your backs from the shadows, but now you've forced my hand. I will select from my repertoire of great warriors I witness and use their strings to give you the death you so crave. Beginning with her.
I still call you the shittiest ninja to ever live. Well, one of the shittiest ninjas. I've seen worse, actually. How dare you? When my arrows pierce your breast, they go finding no peace. Remember, aim for the center of mass.
Comes Tataru.
he's already dead! I was expecting, probably one more form. Nope, he died when I was blinking. Right up the ass. Nope, you got on the shoulder. Now you must take the trial, motherfucker! Let me just wake Magni up. I told you it's finally done. What am I doing here? I feel as though I just woken from the strangest dream. Well, you see... This cowardly cur sailed you from behind and knocked you unconscious. You have shown the sun disgrace this day. You will feel his scorn and impressed upon your flesh. You shall forget the warmth of his radiance, and the shadows will you scream, yet none will hear. Prepare yourself. The fuck? I don't know what he did to him. That's too good a fate for him. He deserves to spend the rest of his days feeling the weight of his crimes. Now we've honored Chaka's memory, reclaimed the cocoon. No words can express my gratitude to him. I can finally go home, but my community awaits our foremost hunters trying to return. What expression will come after over their faces when the village disgrace arrives instead? I don't know if I can bear to see. Our journey to reclaim the dream wave cocoon has come to an end at long last. Would that I could return home in high spirits. As I recall, you said Chichapea is the one who requested to help us. Let us make the journey back to Toriol and we'll report back to her as what has happened. That fucker coming on to my kingdom. Oh, until the next, whenever they decide, whenever that next event is, which I will not take part in. Thinking I probably have taken part in it already. I just don't remember.
No one expects the smallest of their kind to be
the smallest male to be the one who becomes the king.
especially when he's wielding a book and punching people with it. Yes, I could use right magic. Or I could use the heft of this tome to bludgeon you.
Welcome back. You're back, but able to retrieve the weaving cocoon? That's good I isn't with you. Okay, thank goodness you're alive. May her soul rests in the cocoon's embrace. I can't believe Ikotoka is gone. Yes, our village's greatest hunter is lost to us, while its greatest failure survives. Here, take the cocoon back where it belongs, home. I have no right to return. Don't be ridiculous. You are a child of the fortress. You are the child of the fortress. You are the child of the forest. You are our dear sister. You can always come home. The entire village has been worried sick about you. We all saw how crestfallen you were, so when you suddenly disappeared, we feared you took your life. For 3 days and 3 nights, we scoured land and water to find you. Yet look at you now, Koiki. Not only are you hale and whole, but you have reclaimed the cocoon too. I'm sure that a spirit hunting in the forests above is smiling down at you with pride. And she would much rather you take up her mantle and protect the village than wallow in guilt over her death. Nothing escapes your gaze now, after all, isn't that right? I thank you, Sasuke. It's settled you will return home with me, and finally our village can breathe a sigh of relief. And it would be remiss of me not to thank you too, Zedman, for assisting Koki and reclaiming the Dawnweave cocoon. You have my heartfelt gratitude. I was a little more than a liar and a hypocrite when we first met, but learning our time together, I discovered that we know much more than that. That with the right tools, even I can become a hunter worthy of following in my quest footsteps. I'm truly grateful to you for helping me to see it. Farewell for now, Zenman. I hope that one day our paths may cross again. Probably in a week or two, we'll see each other again. Depends how quickly I could get through Machinist. That's what, we're only missing one total increase now, maybe 2. But yeah. Dreams woven anew. And with that, I'll see you all in the next